Rob Jones on how to make a cup of tea. Take it away, Rob.
Hello! As you can see over here we have some of the finest tea making materials money can buy, complete with your novelty mug. I don't think it says at home, but this actually says I pretend to work, and on the bottom they pretend to pay me. Ha 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 ha. Ha. There is stuff there. Of course, I don't know how they're pretending to pay. Maybe it's with fake money. Maybe he works for Monopoly. Whatever it is, it does sound like quite an ordeal. Now, for those of you not familiar with the tea making process, you may not know that it is a very dangerous game, and therefore it is advisable to wear throughout a pair of gloves. Now, we recommend you get yourself a pair of goalkeeping gloves, and this will just allow for that little bit of extra grip. The first stage is to take some tap water from your tap, pop it in the kettle. You can use what's already in there from last time. It'll be just as good, if not worse. If you're middle class, you may want to filter it through a machine first, but you're probably lonely. So, top it up with a drop of water from the tap, pop the kettle on to boil. Now the kettle's boiled, we take it over to the tea making area. We apply it to the tea bag that's at the bottom of the mug. It's better down the bottom if you can get it there. We are using a wet tea bag, that's on the previous take, but if you've got a dry one, do use it. So, applying the water in stages. Taking a look at what you've done, don't be alarmed, that's not funny water, nothing's gone wrong. That is in fact tea. So adding some more. And just taking a look to see what we've done so far. All seems to be in order. Topping it up to the desired level. And putting the kettle back on the stand. Now you could opt for a double tea bag. That just means an extra tea bag in there, just to really kickstart your morning. But this is the evening and not crazy. So now we just want to get the teaspoon and use it to knock the tea bag around the mug, just to release all those enzymes. Being careful of course not to get any of the tea on your goalkeeping gloves, otherwise that will be quite a strange five-a-side at the weekend. Right. There we have it. Now it's time to move on to the milk. Now I know you're thinking, Rob, that is a cardinal sin. You can't put the milk in when the tea bag's in. No, Rob, it's a recipe, it's a religion up it, it's a religion. We're from the north, you can't abuse the tea, we're from the north. I'm going to write a cute little comment on Facebook. You're not funny, okay? This is how we make tea here, right? So just adding a thimbleful, maybe 2 thimbles of milk to the mug. Popping that to one side and that's your milk done. Now we go on to the sugar. Now you're looking to get about 2,000 granules, give or take 10. And so just use the teaspoon, what you used earlier. Don't worry about the wetness, that'll just help the sugar to really collaborate. I don't take sugar. No. You've got to watch these things. You've got to be careful. So no, we'll just put the sugar to one side there. It's not for me. It's not for me. Right. Now it's time for the key element of the dish, and that is removing the tea bag from the mug whilst keeping the tea in the mug. Now to do this, it's best to take it over to the kitchen sink area And use your tea bag handle in your hand to just gently encourage the fella out of the mug. Be careful not to spill any of that precious liquid. Come on, little fella. Now, if you have a caring mom, she'll be along in about 2 hours, give or take, and she'll see that, she'll let out a little sigh, maybe even a swear word, crap, maybe, but inevitably, 9 times out of 10, she will clear it up, so don't worry about it. Now, we go on to the very final stages of the process, and that is to take the teaspoon that you've been using and just give the product a good vigorous stir. There we have it. It's now of course safe to remove the gloves.
Would you recommend those gloves for making a cup of soup?
It's a very good question, Andy. The goalkeeping gloves will be fine across the range of all hot drinks. However, do remember that for hot chocolate, you really want to go with fingerless. Now, a little extra Rob Jones top tip is to put your gloves over by your kettle, ready for next time when you've got guests around. That'll save on plenty of time. Now, we're almost ready to enjoy this scintillating little treat. If you're feeling adventurous, however, it is worth noting that to finish this off in a very flamboyant style, you can opt for a little sprig of basil. Just dropping that on the top, knocking it around, and there we have one very fine looking cup of English breakfast tea. Good luck in your tea making adventures. Stay safe. Join us again next time.